Well, I've lived in Fort Lee for about 25 years. I had worked a long time for New York County Lawyers Association, which is a bar association in Manhattan. So in fact, it was almost right across the street from the World Trade Center. And for the last couple of years, I've been an investor. And the reason why I got interested in running for city council, although technically it's a borough, like I said, is because I'm upset the way the city's being run. Everything seems to be going to the developers. I think they're going to build huge towers, high-risers, really drain the resources of the city, the borough. And also, like there was one Korean business, Cosmos, it's a boutique. You might
I know that.
Yeah. Now, they were forced to move out. I'm sure they got compensation because under the American system of government, you cannot take private property away without compensating. But I wonder if the city threatened them with eminent domain. And if they did, it's not proper, it's not right, because eminent domain is only mainly used for like schools or hospitals or so forth. Now, there was a Supreme Court decision saying that you could use it for private development, but that's only in economic depressed areas. Fort Lee is not economically depressed. So I hope the city did not threaten them with eminent domain, because if they did, it wasn't right. Okay, for the town, I'd like to have openness. I think the government should never be an employment agency. And too often that happens. It's too top-heavy. And the thing that I like to do is to just look at where we could save some money, reduce taxes, and open up the process where people feel comfortable with the government. They feel comfortable to get involved. I haven't been involved enough because a lot of people just don't feel comfortable to get involved. They feel there's an elite that runs things, and I like to open up the whole process. The Korean community is an extremely important community in Fort Lee. Lots of businesses are owned by Koreans, which is a great American story, by the way. You know, Koreans are basically small business people, and the backbone of the American economy is small business. More jobs are created by small business than big business. And so that's why they are such an essential part, not only Fort Lee, but the American experience as a whole. I know that the big issue in Fort Lee is the Comfort of Women monument, and that's, you know, that can be, that I understand is very important. And the reason I'm here is to learn a little bit about the Korean community. I mean, that's why I'm here, to listen and learn. Mm-hmm. As far as I know, now then, I'm sure in the police department they have some people that speak Korean, but there are no elected people that speak Korean. And I think the top, you know, the city administrator and so forth, I'm sure nobody speaks Korean there. I'd be shocked if nobody in the police department. I mean, that would be just a disgrace in a way, because the Korean community is, you know, 30%. And you have to have somebody, sometimes there's communications problems. So if there isn't enough speaking Korean in the police department or public services as a whole, there should be some more. That is an important issue. Get feedback, see what their problems are. Mm-hmm. And like I said, with a lot of businesses though, there's just too much red tape, too much bureaucracy. Perhaps they don't know who to go to in government if there's a problem. Mm-hmm. My door would always be open. Hello, my name is Gary Schwartz, and I'm running for council in the borough of Fort Lee. I'm here at I'm reaching out to the Korean community. I think it's important that you have more of a voice in government, and that you have a freedom. The government now in Fort Lee is controlled by one party. It's like a one-party state. We need openness. We also need a dialogue between the Korean community and the government. And we also need more democracy, more people feeling free to come forward and express their views. And the town is too overdeveloped. The developers seem to control everything. I want a town that is a nice place for people to live, raise their families, and not have these high rises all over the place, which we have too many already. Fort Lee shouldn't become Manhattan West. And the more development you're going to have, the more demands on services. The more demands on services, the higher the taxes will go. And we need a community that is balanced. And I hope that to consider me voting for me. I appreciate the chance to express my views, and God bless you, and thank you very much.